Hey everyone, and welcome back. Today we're talking about something huge that's changing the way we Google, well, everything. It's this massive leap from what was called SGE, the Search Generative Experience, to the new AI overview. So let's get right into it and figure out what this all means for you and me.
Okay, so you know the drill, right? You've got a simple question, you type it into Google, and bam, a wall of blue links. You end up opening like 5 different tabs, scrolling through articles, just trying to stitch together the answer. It's frustrating. But what if I told you that whole song and dance is about to become a thing of the past?
And this is where AI Overview swoops in. Think of it as Google's way of cutting right through all that clutter. Instead of just giving you a list of links to hunt through, it gives you a quick AI-powered summary right at the very top of the page. It basically does the hard work for you, pulling all the key info into one neat little package. Okay, so let's get into the nitty-gritty. How does this thing actually work? It kind of feels like magic, but there's some serious tech behind it. It really comes down to 3 main things. First up, summarization. The AI scans a ton of web pages and just snags the most important bits, serving them up in a super easy-to-read format. Then, number 2, it's contextually aware. This is a big one. It doesn't just see the words you typed, it understands what you're really asking. And all of that leads to step 3, pure efficiency. It just saves you so much time. And I love this analogy. It really hits the nail on the head. You know, the old SGE, that felt like having a really deep, maybe kind of long conversation with Google. AI Overview, it's more like getting a cheat sheet or a summary card from the smartest person in the room. It's just the essential info right away.
So, where did this thing even come from? It didn't just pop up overnight. Let's take a look at how it evolved from what came before. Okay, so if you look at them side by side, it's all about refinement. SGE was great if you wanted to go on a deep dive. It gave you these really detailed conversational responses. But AI Overview, it takes that same power and just streamlines it. It's concise, it's to the point, it's built for speed. And honestly, it just looks better. It feels like it belongs on the page, not like some separate experiment.
All right, so that's the tech, but let's talk about the important part. What does this actually change for you, for me, when we're just trying to find something online?
Simply put, it's making search faster, easier, and honestly, a lot more user-friendly for everybody.
So let's unpack that a little. First, it's quick and efficient. No more digging through articles. But what's really cool is that it's also proactive. It starts to guess what you might ask next and gives you related info. It turns a static search into a real conversation. And that makes everything more accessible, you know? It breaks down complicated topics for anyone, which, well, it just makes for a way better, more satisfying experience.
And here's a perfect example of what I'm talking about. Let's say you search how to get good at Kabaddi. Before, you'd get a bunch of links, videos, forums, articles. Now, AI Overview gives you actual usable advice. It'll say, do squats for leg strength, try these agility drills, and work on your balance. It pulls the best tips from all those links and just gives them to you on a silver platter.
Okay, let's switch gears for a second. We've talked about what this means for us as searchers. But what if you're a content creator, a website owner? Well, for you, the entire game has just changed.
And I'm not exaggerating here. This isn't just some small algorithm update. This is a massive, fundamental shift in how people find and consume information online. All those old SEO playbooks, yeah, you might need to throw some pages out.
So rule number 1, get clear and get structured. You've got to get straight to the point. Put your most important, high-value info right up front. And using things like headings and bullet points, that's not just for human readers anymore. The AI needs that structure to understand and scan your content easily. Rule number 2, your keyword strategy needs a serious update. Think about it. People are asking Google questions like they'd ask a person, so those long conversational keywords, they're suddenly gold. It's less about stuffing a single keyword in and more about understanding the whole context and actually answering the specific questions people have. And that brings us to rule number 3, which is maybe the most important. You have to optimize your content to literally be the answer. What does that mean? It means using headings that are actual questions, like, how does X work? And then, you guessed it, providing a direct, clear answer right below. And the techie stuff, like schema markup, becomes super important now because it's like leaving breadcrumbs for Google's AI to find and feature your stuff. Okay, so let's pull back and look at the big picture here as we wrap up, because this really is more than just a new feature on a web page. This isn't an update, it's a revolution. I mean it. This is completely changing our relationship with information itself. It's making knowledge faster, more direct, and just more intuitive than ever before. When you boil it all down, the future of search is being built on three things: clarity, speed, and making the user happy. That's the whole game now. And whether you're searching for info or creating it, focusing on those three things is how you're going to win.
So, I want to leave you with one final question to chew on. As these AI tools get insanely good at just giving us the answers, what happens to our skill of asking really good questions? It's definitely something to think about as we all move into this new world of information. Thanks for tuning in.